Ian, great to see you again, sir.
And you?
And so, our audience, they love you, right? And Winston has become the anchor in this franchise. Every film, he's the guy that people want to see, even as much as John Wick, even as much as Eve. Did you ever think when you started this franchise that it would be this popular?
I don't think, when we originally did it, Julie, it was a great script. He'd assembled some terrific actors for an independent movie, and I always thought, this has a chance. It was very tight and very, very right for Keanu. He seemed perfect for the part. And, Hollywood never knows what's going to happen. I mean, it was an independent movie which was taken up by Lionsgate and became this monster, in a sense, over the last 10, 11 years. But thank God they've got the monster, tried to control it in a good way. That they didn't try and, they really care about it. Chad, the writers, Michael and Shay. It always looks great because Dan's a great cinematographer. And they try to keep it, they always, the screenplay, whenever they have a new show, they always, I know they always kill off as many characters, then they rebuild it again to see who works. And obviously, Winston's I call him the Wick Whisperer. He's like, he knows the secrets, whatever, and that's why he survived. He knows a lot about it, and they don't want to get rid of him. Whoever the high table is, Winston might be the high table. All will be revealed in Ballerina. No, it won't. There's still secrets to be told, but it's always been, it's been a pleasure to be part of. It's always a pleasure to be part of something that's very successful like this, And you don't assume anything. You don't presume there'll be a number 5. The studio says, there'll be a John Wick 5. Who knows? It'll be up to Keanu, if he wants to do it. Anna's great in this, though. I thought she's like the female, the Baba Yaga. She's the Baby Yaga. John Wick, Keanu's the Baba Yaga. She's the Baby Yaga. And I think, she was a pleasure to work with, and we've got to know each other very well. We did the Sao Paulo Comic-Con the end of last year. And she's just terrific in it, and a lot of fun to be around. And this is going to do huge things for her.
So our audience, like I said, absolutely loves you, right? And when we put out the interview for you, they were always talking about Deadwood and American Gods. And a question came up, does Ian McShane like playing villains or heroes better?
Well, they're not, there were villains and heroes up until the late 90s. And then when sort of The Sopranos came around and I did Deadwood, they became like, they were no longer villains, they were complicated people. They took away that they were bad, people who kill people. They became complicated human beings who had more than one way of expressing themselves. So the anti-hero became sort of the hero, if you like. And now it's settled down in another place. But of course, the devil gets the best tunes. They've always said that. That's why the best part in Othello is Iago. They think it's not, but that's the scheming villain behind the murder of the Moor's wife. But no, I love playing that kind of character. Yeah.
All right. So for the final question, Len comes in and takes over a successful franchise that Chad has really blown up, right? So what can you tell us about his directing style and how he was different from working with Chad?
No, it's pretty seamless. He came in knowing what he was doing. And then, we had a great, we did it, when was it? Late 2022 in Prague. Yeah. It was great. We did it. But then again, when the studio announced we're doing new shoots, everybody goes, oh, it must be. No, that's standard practice. When they look at a movie and they go, we need some extra stuff. So we came back and we did the introductory story of where Anna meets my character for the first time, which only adds to the movie. So Len came back in, and Chad was supervising whatever, and the action stuff, they did more action with her, and you get a movie. A movie's a collaboration. It's just not a one-off. It's like doing a TV show. The worst thing, a director come in and say, and now I'm going to do my episode. You say, no, you're not going to do your episode. You're going to do your version of the episode, but there's a way to do these movies, and we all know, if it's it's like the universe. Is it in the John Wick universe or not? You'll know what it is. It's like an instinctive thing, And Len was part of that. Absolutely did a terrific job.
Awesome. Thanks, Ian. Great seeing you again, sir.
Pleasure.